There you see the clouds rolling in and the radar that just keeps on changing, which is why I've given up at trying to be a meteorologist in this country.
Same.
So if the whole broadcasting gig doesn't work out, I got to find 2 different trades because this ain't working for me.
Look, it does look as though we will get a little bit more. Like there is another band coming within the next hour, but it just doesn't look like it's anything overly hard that should disrupt play from a stoppage standpoint. Obviously, pitchers would prefer that it doesn't rain mid-game because it does disrupt them. But despite how ominous the skies are looking, if the radar is correct, it's only just light rain in the area.
First pitch, ground ball to second. Cobb bobbles, stays with it, and makes the play to retire Briley Knight. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Once again, got a little dicey there, but Cobb always flashing a smile. Can laugh about it now that it's all said and done.
Yeah, good stick-to-itiveness from Cobb. Briley Knight does run pretty well. Cobb knew how much time he had, didn't panic, and was able to correct his mistake.
Cobb, who shaking up a little bit. Perry Roth motioning over to Cobb at second base, saying you good, and Cobb kept saying, I'm fine, I'm fine. Flashed the thumbs up at one point. And that one inside to Ravine Murillo. Doubled with 1 out in the second inning. Grosjean, 55 pitches through 3 innings. Up to 57 now in his first career ABL start as he falls behind 2-0. He's looked really good. Velocity's dipped off a little bit. Fastball that was sitting mid-90s, which is what he sat during the peak of his season in 2025 at Idaho Falls. Finds the inside corner for a strike and trying to find a way to stick on this Heat roster, and he's making a very good case so far through 3 1/3. 2-1. Rolled left side, charging in Beltre. The shortstop off balance throw is not in time. Murillo legs it out for an infield single.
Well, I was just going to say, for Sydney, oftentimes they can try and get all these runs back at once. They need to chip away at a guy like Grosjean and make him not have easy innings. Murillo runs well for a catcher. And certainly Manny Beltre just found that out. This was a tough play charging, though, and he does just get there by half a step. It'll be an infield base hit for Murillo. But small things can have big beginnings. And for the Blue Sox, trying to chip away, keep the line moving, single after single. It's been their MO, particularly when they're leading. They can have a tendency to beat you to death with a feather. That may have been a little bit closer at first base than what it looked like initially. Certainly in live time, it looked like he was safe. This gives us a better look.
Ooh, that was really close.
Definitely close. But just to finish the point, Sydney are very good at keeping the line moving when they're extending a lead and playing from in front.
Strike 1 to Leach.
See if they can do something similar here when trailing. I mean, it's a team that hasn't trailed much. When you're 13-4 through 17 games, you haven't trailed a lot.
They nearly had that same instance in the 9th inning Thursday night, down 3-0. They put up 2 runs in the 9th before the game's tying run was left at third base to end the game. There's the Heat snagged game 1 from the Blue Sox, but Sydney responded with their normal form last night, a 6-0 shutout victory over Perth in game 2. That one goes behind the hitter, and Murillo can cruise to second.
And Leach, who's already been hit by a pitch today, was nearly hit by another. We'll just get another look at this play at first. Ooh. You can see the ball in the back of the glove, maybe just millimeters away. He was out. Of course, we have the benefit of replay. The first base umpire does not. And I will admit, in live time from our broadcast position, I thought he was safe.
I'm with you. I thought in real time, too.
Those picks in the dirt can make it deceiving sometimes.
Down the right field line, hooking, foul. Leach, mere feet away from extra bases and putting Sydney on the board.
Well, he's only got 1 extra base hit on the season, Dylan Leach. Remember, he didn't play in the opening round series in Brisbane after suffering that injury in the preseason. The bat nearly died a hero, but just hooked foul. Sydney could have used that extra base hit, and Leach will have to get a new piece of lumber for the 2-2. I've seen more broken bats at this ballpark this year than I can remember seeing in a single season. I don't know what it is. We have seen a lot of them, particularly 2 weeks ago when Sydney took on Adelaide. It seemed like everything was getting carved.
I think just the broken bat numbers are up across the league this year. Rolled over right side. Nicoletto charging in. He'll flip it to the covering Grosjean to make the play. It is a productive out, though, as Leach drives Murillo an extra 90 feet over. And a runner on third with 2 out for Harry Fullerton now.
And Leach, a pitch before, had a chance to drive one down the line and drive in a run, but here's just rolls over a pitch on 2-2. And Harry Fullerton in the lineup in game number 1, replacing Hansel Jimenez. Harry's had some big base hits for the Blue Sox this year. It's a team coming into today that was 318 with runners in scoring position. 0 for 5 so far this afternoon. Fullerton trying to get the Blue Sox on the board here in the 4th.
Swings and misses at a first pitch breaking ball. 8 inches of vertical break on this first offering from Gary Grosjean. Change up there for him.
It's a similar pitch to what he threw to Joe Stevens last inning to end the inning. Definitely got a lot of deceptive late break, that pitch. And you feel like if you throw it over the plate and it ends sort of below the knees, guys aren't going to do anything with it but roll it over. That's why he probably has a lot of confidence to throw that pitch over the plate.
Fastball misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Because unless you account for that amount of vertical break, particularly on a changeup, not really going to make hard contact in the middle of the barrel.
California native, just finished his 2nd season in independent ball back in the United States. 1 just misses. Off the outer third. And the count moves to 2-1. Where he pitched for former big leaguer Troy Percival. And pitching for him gave him so much confidence because of Percival's big league connections. 2 balls and 2 strikes during a stretch in which Grosjean came off of a start that was less than he was liking. Before his next start, he gets a text from a random number. That random number was Adam Wainwright sending him a personalized video.
Uncle Charlie
saying, I want 7 innings from you tonight. And what did he do? He went out through 7 innings, got his team a win.
Wow.
And it was because Troy sent Adam Wainwright a text saying, hey, got this pitcher, we really like him. He needs a little bit of a confidence booster after a rough start. Can you help us out? And Waino, without a doubt, said, what's his number? Let me do it. And he did, and it worked.
It sounds like something Waino would do. Very believable story.
Here comes the 2-2. Missed down and away. And that was a season where he was the workhorse, Grosjean was. He would start early in the series, and then depending on how the bullpen was looking, Grosjean would come in and close for the Friday or Saturday game of that series. At one point, he led Idaho Falls in innings pitched, strikeouts, wins, and saves during the 2025 season. Full count, 2 away. Lined in and out of the mitt of Ibar at third. Beltre off the deflection, throws, and he gets him. How about that? A 5-6-3 inning ender on a ball that probably should have been caught at third. The shortstop, right place, right time, makes the play. And it's 4 shutout innings in the debut of Gary Grosjean for the Perth Heat. We go to the 5th here on Baseball Plus.